Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to welcome you to today's graduation, and I am Mrs. Weaver, for those of you who do not know me. And I am going to start us in prayer, so if everyone can just bow their heads. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for today. Thank you for each and every one of these seniors and allowing us the time to celebrate them. Thank you for their family and friends who can also be here with us today. I pray for each senior the guidance that they need as they take this next step into their life. I pray that they remember today and all that they have accomplished. And I just pray that when times get hard, that they remember that they can do anything that they put their mind to. And again, thank you for allowing us to celebrate them. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Good afternoon. Welcome to our 2023 graduation. Before we begin, I just want to take a second and thank Miss Carrie Anderson. She could not be here with us today, but she is our performance coach, and graduation is usually her baby. I know she would love nothing more than to be here. So we just wanted to thank her for taking the time to prepare everything for us today so that it could run smoothly. So, welcome. Seniors, families, loved ones, friends, and staff, to the 2023 Summit Academy graduation ceremony. Today, you walked into this church a Summit Academy senior, and you will walk out a high school graduate. Let us take a minute to connect to our surroundings, to be truly present in the moment. What do you see, hear, taste, touch, and smell? Do you smell the roses? Do you hear me talking? Do you see the people around you? Today, really look at your world. Take the time to see your family, friends, classmates, teachers, everything around you, and truly connect to your surroundings.
For many mornings, our seniors have lived through the lyrics of the Bruno Mars song. And no, I'm not going to sing. But today, I don't feel like doing anything, nothing at all. They handled mornings in a quiet fashion. They sometimes appeared aloof or carefree, or dare I say lazy on the outside. But instead, they are more truly defined as reserved, holding much in, keeping personal things personal, and reserving authentic feelings for those who authentically care. They are reserved in their verbal and written expression. They have grown reserved in their behavior. They have matured. They have been sculpted by real-life experiences that at times leave them cautious, ready to stand steadfast when necessary. These seniors let their silence speak volumes. It shows in their wisdom in trusting only a few people with their thoughts. This is to be criticized. Their overall style has led to personal one-on-one conversations, which led to their sharing of thoughts and aspirations for the future. These seniors are wise in their self-expression. Each of these young adults have talents and strong strengths, but you have to take time to earn their trust, to gain them to express their talents and strengths. When you think about it, there is a life lesson we can learn from these seniors. It is okay to be reserved on some things. And while we learn this lesson from them, we continue to encourage them to trust enough to express some which they keep reserved. From Noah's artistic flair, Jacob's uncanny silence, Tim's humor, Garen's adventure, Grace's uniqueness, Greg's dedication to his family, Jordan's quiet words, and London's leadership. This is just a small glimpse into our wonderful Summit 2023 graduating class. Something you may not know about our seniors is that they have a special relationship with a certain tree on our school's campus. Talks of walking to the tree, hanging out by the tree, climbing the tree, the adventures in the tree have led to the symbol of a tree taking a predominant place in our commencement ceremony today. These seniors talked about the tree of life and how it symbolizes one's individuality, as trees are all unique. With their branches sprouting out at different points and in different directions, they work together using their individual thumbprints to create a senior art piece. The tree of life symbolizes a person's personal growth into a unique human being, as different experiences shape them into who they are. A symbiotic relationship exists between trees and humans. Humans breathe oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide, while trees breathe in carbon dioxide and exhale oxygen. We are interdependent. Trees go beyond just helping humans, as their trunks are homes to many small animals, and their branches are places for birds to rest. Their fruits provide food to humans and animals. Their leaves provide shade, while their roots provide secure structures, soil preservation, and flood prevention. Trees represent harmony and balance in nature, as well as symbolizing rebirth, strength, and individuality. As one of our seniors said, like a tree, we grow and sprout from what we used to be.
Roofers are furious about this new product that
Or roofing. Our seniors' memories of time together in the tree will hopefully remind them of the tree of life, which dictates universal interconnectedness, interdependence. It remains a powerful reminder that our own health and happiness is tied with health and happiness of all living things. Now let's take a moment to hear from our class valedictorian, Timothy Bradford.
I see that fate has made me the valedictorian. This, in and of itself, is a sign that the world is soon ending. But, getting back on topic, interconnectedness means the state of being connected with each other. This reminds me of our class and that we are graduating together, and we've helped each other get to this point. Our class being in the tree, to me, was just a moment in time, but time well spent. We endured a lot of time in classes trying to get out of as much work as possible, but we all did what we needed to do to get here. I would like to thank Miss Anderson, Miss Wiemeyer, and Miss Kurtz for helping me get to graduation. I know you're not here, but I would also like to thank Mr. George for motivating me since the 7th grade. I appreciate all that everyone has done to help me, and I would like to thank my parents for being there to support me. And classmates, I wish you good luck throughout the years ahead.
Our seniors are interconnected, not just with the universe, but with each other, their families, their friends, and with Summit. Let's listen to their words as they reflect on how they are interconnected.
Hi. So, it's been 12 years of school, and I'm still alive. It's funny because I've been through some things. I wasn't sure that I could survive a lot of the things I've been through physically or mentally. I was taken from my dad, and that really cut deep for sure. But all of that managed to solve itself. I had my daughter. I see you. And when she came into this world, it was funny. I was all doing this school stuff for my dad. But she came along and she just changed it all. Everything. Our class to me resembles a spiritual tree because all of us started out as a seed together. We grew into a tall, well, except him, a tall tree. Beautiful trees, and each of us shall hopefully live successful lives. I was fortunate enough to plant my own little seed, who resembles me a lot. I now have an entire life's purpose, and I will fulfill it, and that is to give Octavia Teasley a comfortable and happy life, where I could teach her to work hard for what she wants. I have learned at Summit that we all have something to do with our time, and I advise next year's seniors to enjoy it while it lasts, because it'll be over before you know it. I would like to thank a few of the staff members at our school. Thank you, Miss Anderson. You cared so much about me that you went out of your way to create a sentence with me and then force me to remember it. I feel that way every day now, and it's all because of you. Miss Kurtz, where you at? Miss Kurtz and Miss Button, you both provided us with a fun and enjoyable year, and you wouldn't let us chill. You really gave us the kick in the pants we needed. Mr. George, thank you for being here, even though you're not right now. Even when you're not at school, you're amazing, and you've taken all of this time just to be with us. Miss Sam, thank you for being the school mom that I needed, even though sometimes, I was kind of an asshole. Sensei, where you at? Hi. We didn't get to talk much this last year, but me and you, we got the most memories at the school, so, I had to, LJ, hey man, just because I'm not here, don't let the flow go dry. Don't do it. I'll know. Miss Baldarelli, you never let me dislike art. It's like you knew I had a thing for it, and I appreciate you for never giving up on me. Sorry that I kept calling you Becky. Last but not least, Miss Wiemeyer and Mr. Wilkins. You both didn't take crap. We still had fun. You both were there when my heart and my spirit were broken. Writing this, I almost teared up because I will miss you all and truly love all of you dearly. I will never forget what you have done for me. Thank you, Summit Academy. Also, good luck because one day my daughter will be here and she's a handful.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, for everyone that's here, thank you for making it here, especially for myself. And success is not fatal, nor is failure fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts, no matter the size of courage that may grow. I feel less restricted when being in the tree. It's been a long, short journey so far. But overall, I'm not disappointed. I'm happy with who I become. a disregard to those flaws I shall have due to the fact that maybe some and I would not find those flaws flaws. In the last 12 years, I've lived through many flawed decisions I have made. Those mistakes I have made shape the person I am today, along with the decisions I'll continue to make. I can thank my own mother for getting me here. All those long periods where I was making the person I am today, I'm deeply sorry for the stress I put you through. I appreciate all you've done for me and everybody else that has been there, even though the little impacts, it was all big in the end, you know. I appreciate you all for listening.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lyndon Armani Kersey, and I've been a student at Summit for 2 years now. Coming to Summit has been one of the best decisions I could have made for myself. I went from struggling and barely passing my first 2 years of high school to finishing off confidently with straight A's and being on honor roll. Life has not been easy for me. This may be out the ordinary, but I would like to take a moment to raise awareness about chronic health disorders. At the age of 12, I was diagnosed with a rare kidney disorder. I was really sick. My potassium levels put me at risk for a heart attack, and I was rushed to Akron Children's Hospital in an ambulance. Months later, I was diagnosed with Gittleman's disorder. 1 in 40,000 people have what I have. I take over 40 pills a day to maintain my health. I have fought every day physically and mentally to be where I am today. I'm sorry. And I'll be honest, being up here in a cap and gown is something I never seen myself doing. I'd like to take some time to say thank you. I want to say thank you to my parents and family for being my biggest supporters. You believed in me when I couldn't believe in myself. You motivate me every single day, and you help me on days where I can barely get out of bed. You have been by my side to help me every step of the way, and you gave me opportunities and built me into the strong woman I am today. I want to thank Miss Sam. She was the first person I met when I came to Summit. Little did I know she'd become like my school mom. Someone I trusted with everything, someone who would motivate me every day, and someone who would be by my side when I needed them most. I want to thank my boyfriend and best friends for being there every step of the way, for being my shoulder to cry on when I needed it, and being the other parts I didn't know I needed in my life. I am forever grateful to have you all, and without you, I'd be lost. I love you. I want to thank Summit Academy staff for being some of my biggest supporters. I would thank you all individually if I could, but we'd be here for hours of me explaining how thankful I am. You have helped me in so many ways, not just with schoolwork, but helping me with life skills. I also would like to thank my classmates and congratulate you all. We did it. We all have grown so much in these final months. Finally, I would like to thank myself for continuing to fight and continuing to get up every day no matter what life has thrown at me. I know my speech has been a lot, so thank you for listening. I'd like to finish off with a favorite lyric of mine by Fleetwood Mac, "Thunder only happens when it's raining."
What I have learned throughout my last 12 years of life is that anything is possible as long as you put your mind to it. I believe in working hard to reach your goals, even though it took me some time to realize that. I would tell underclassmen to keep working hard because one day it will all pay off. I'd like to thank everybody for helping me graduate, my family for never giving up on me, my friends for being there when I need them, and the teachers and staff at Summit Academy for being patient with me and pushing me to work hard so that I can graduate.
Good afternoon. Today I have the honor of reading the speech of Noah Matteo. Hi, my name is Noah. The first thing to know about me is that my family and friends are the most important thing to me. They are the reason I am here today. My family and friends have been around me for a long time. They've accepted me for who I am and they've stuck by me through the difficult situations. They supported my passions and encouraged me to graduate. Without them, I would not be graduating. I have struggled with school since about the 3rd grade. I was unmotivated and I did not want to attend school. My parents forced me to keep going. Even without personal motivation, I kept coming. Now, even though all these years I struggled, it definitely paid off and I'm glad I did it. I want to thank all my teachers for being lenient and accepting my work even though I would procrastinate. I want to thank Ms. Anderson for our lengthy conversations and for helping me to see graduation was possible. To all my senior friends, I wish you the best. May our future encompass adventure and excitement.
Hello everyone. If you don't know me, my name is Jacob, and I would like to thank everyone for being here today. After all, it is a big day, and as most of you know, I am a man of few words. It has been a long year. I'm happy it is finally coming to an end. I need a break from school, the routine, the work, the getting up early. I'm looking forward to a change. I would like to thank my mom and dad for pushing me to go the extra mile. Thank you for teaching me to be an individual and stay true to my views, to not change myself for someone else or someone else's expectations. I've learned a lot from my mistakes this year. Most of all, that some little things count and schoolwork adds up. When it was hard to get through this year, I am glad to be here and that I get to graduate with the class that I am.
I would like to thank you all for coming here and celebrating with us. My name is Jordan Clay. I feel honored to share my graduation day with my classmates and loved ones present. There are so many people I want to say thank you to. There are people who without their support, I would not be here today. Graduating was not easy, but it was achievable with the support I got from my family and teachers. The first person I want to thank is God for allowing me to have this accomplishment and pushing me through the school year. Next, I want to thank my family for being a source of comfort to me and guiding me in life. And lastly, I would like to thank my teachers for motivating me to do my best and helping me with anything I needed. In addition, there are 2 people in the school I would like to thank the most. Thank you, Ms. Winbush, for helping me grow mentally and emotionally. Thank you, Ms. Sam, for being a constant guide and compass in my life. This graduation is not only mine, but my classmates. We all worked so hard to be here. As your classmate, I would like to say that I am proud we accomplished this together. As I end this speech and we all celebrate this achievement, I want to thank everyone one last time. Without your support and guidance, I would have not made it this far, and thank you, I'm forever grateful.
We all encounter all types of people in our lives. Some people come into our lives and they are like leaves on a tree. They are only here for a season. Some people are like branches on a tree, stronger than leaves, but one must be careful. They will stick around through most seasons, but you can lose them when you go through a storm. Some people are like roots, not always obvious while providing a foundation. They keep us grounded and anchor us. Our seniors take this time to honor their roots, those family and significant people in their lives that have supported them and helped them grow. Today is a day for expressing gratitude.
If you don't stain your deck, it's like the previous owner is still hanging around. The #1 rated stain and make your deck yours. Bear exclusively at
We at Summit have a wonderful collaborative community relationship with Pastor Kyle and his congregation. Over the years, this congregation has supported our seniors through Thanksgiving meals, Christmas celebration, hands-on learning retreats, and prayers. We are blessed to have his support. Pastor Kyle is our speaker today. Please join me in welcoming Pastor Kyle Tennant.
Very tall. Graduates, faculty, staff, students, friends, family members, it's my pleasure this afternoon to welcome you to Regeneration Church as you celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2023. I looked back at my notes in preparing for this moment and found that this is my 6th commencement ceremony that I've spoken at for Summit Academy. None of you were even in high school when I started doing this, which makes me feel super old. I have enjoyed every minute and every opportunity I've had to meet the students and staff at Summit. And while this is my 6th opportunity to address you, it is also my last. Next month, my family and I will be moving to Fort Wayne, Indiana to start new jobs in a new city, in a house that I'm closing on tomorrow but have never actually seen with my eyes, if you're wondering about my stress level. I guess that you could say that while I am not wearing a cap and gown, I am also graduating today. After all, I am leaving one thing behind, even as a new thing is beginning. And that's exactly what today is all about. We call this a commencement ceremony because something is beginning, something is commencing. It's a day for beginnings. Now, we tend to think of graduation as something that we only experience on a day like today, something we may only experience once or twice if we're lucky. But that's not true. Our lives are filled with change. In fact, the only thing that stays the same is the fact that things change. One season ends and another begins. One chapter ends, we turn the page, and another begins. The line between one season and the next, that line when you cross it, that's a graduation. In other words, your life, class of 2023, will be full of graduations. This summer, I will be 35, which sounds impossibly old to some of you and enviably young to others. The point is that I have experienced I heard an I like that. The point is that I have experienced seasons changing. I've gotten married, I became a father, I've started jobs, I became a father again. And in all of these transitions and changes, they're graduations. And I'm not alone either. Y'all have experienced significant change in your lives, plenty of it. Some of you have had far more change in your life, your 18-ish years of life, than I've had in my 35. Now, as you experienced those changes, the thing is that you weren't given a diploma. You weren't given a fancy outfit to wear. You weren't given a hat to put just really epic purple and yellow flowers on, I just need to say. You weren't given any of those things. Most of the changes that we experience in our lives, they don't feel like a graduation, they just feel like a Thursday. And I'm not trying to diminish the significance and importance of this very special day. What I just want to let you know is that today is good practice for all of the other little graduations that you will experience in your life. And with that in mind, I just wanted to tell you two things that I'm keeping close to my heart even as I'm graduating. The first is that we have to keep our eyes open in the midst of the graduation. See, change can be painful. People keep asking me if I'm excited to move on to the next thing, and I'm not. I've spent most of the last 6 months crying about it, right? And sometimes the pain of a graduation can cause us to close our eyes. And when we close our eyes, we miss the beautiful things that are happening around us. We miss the people. We miss the relationships. We miss that this is the last spring that I'll get to see this particular tree in my backyard bloom in the way it blooms every year. Yeah, we miss it. We have to keep our eyes open so that we don't miss the beautiful things. We have to keep our eyes open so that we actually notice the changes that are happening. I know it has felt like 8.3 billion years that you have been in high school, but it's only been 4 years. And in the very, very long stretch of your life, that is like a minute. And our lives move at from here on out, your life will just get faster, which is why your parents and your grandparents and your aunts and your uncles are like, I remember you when you were this big. And I know it makes you want to drop an anchor on your toe, because that's how I feel when my grandma does that. But the point is that your life will move so fast. Your life will move so fast. And if our eyes aren't open, or if our eyes are only staring at screens, we're going to miss the thing. We're going to miss the beauty of it. And so in the midst of your graduation, keep your eyes open. In the midst of all of the little graduations that you'll experience, keep your eyes open. And by the way, the second thing that I'm thinking about a lot, and the second thing that I want you to think about a lot, is that when things are changing, it is so important that we keep our eyes on what's staying the same. When things are changing, it's so important that we keep our eyes on what's staying the same. And again, that's kind of a bummer thing for somebody to say to you at your high school graduation, because kind of like the point is that something is changing, right? Something that you've worked really hard to have change. But I think it's easy in the midst of change to become so overwhelmed by the change that we kind of lose sense of who we are and where we are and why we are. I can remember being so excited to take the little tassel and move it. I was relieved when it finally happened, but even though so much in my life changed when I graduated from high school, so much stayed the same. Life is full of change, and it's unpredictable, and some changes are good and other changes are terrible. But in all of the changes, we have to keep our eyes on what's staying the same, because that will keep us humble when things change for the good. When things change for the good and you keep your eyes on what's staying the same, it'll stop you from getting the big head. But when we keep our eyes on what's staying the same in the midst of change, it also gives us strength and perseverance for when things go bad, and they will go bad. So I wonder what's staying the same for you. What's your constant? What's your North Star? In my particular line of work, we would ask, where have you placed your faith? Today is your graduation. Today is like not just a graduation, it's kind of like one of the graduations, right? Again, it comes with a fancy outfit. And today I want to congratulate you on a good job, well done. But tomorrow or sometime in the future, you're going to graduate again and again and again and again. And as you do, keep your eyes open. Keep them fixed on what is staying the same. May you rise to each new occasion. May you know your North Star. Class of 2023, congratulations and God bless.
Kyle is very tall. I would now like to welcome to the stage Mrs. Heather Singer and Mrs. Erin Bradley for the presentation of diplomas. It's the fun part. Mrs. Singer, Mrs. Bradley, it is my pleasure to present to you the following candidates that met the requirements for graduation. Our valedictorian, Timothy James Bradford. Jacob Ryan Belknap. Jordan Shanice Clay. Grace Lenore Justice. London Armani Kersey. Noah Allen Matteo. Garen John Robert Meckling. Gregory William Lee Teasley, accompanied by a special guest, Octavia Teasley. Let us give them all a round of applause.
Okay, it's time. Graduation candidates, please stand and face your loved ones. The moving of the cap tassel signifies the movement of an individual from graduation candidate to graduate. It is my honor and privilege to present to you the Summit Academy class of 2023. Graduates, you may turn your tassels. Okay, graduates, please turn back towards the front and face me. While the image of a tree has been woven through our ceremony, we now present our graduates with a visual reminder. This journal is a place to express your thoughts and feelings while honoring your connection and interdependence with others.
All set.
I would like to take a moment before we end our ceremony to acknowledge the staff at Summit Academy for their hard work and dedication to our students. If you can all stand up. I'll do it again. All staff, if you can all stand up. And please give them a round of applause, because without them, it would be very hard. Thank you for celebrating with us today. Once our ceremony is completed, please join us outside for the tossing of the caps, and then join us for cookies and punch in the fellowship room. Ms. Garisto, can you please lead us in the benediction?
Graduates, a benediction is a short prayer of send-off asking for divine support as we move into the next phase of our lives. I could not be more honored to be the person sending you off and asking for this support on your behalf. C.S. Lewis wrote, "You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending." Graduates, what I hope for you is that you can start here, start now, and use the remainder of your minutes exactly how you want to. I hope that you fill your time with love and joy, and that you surround yourself with people who support that for you. Wherever you are now, start here and make sure that you are working toward the ending you want. For you, we hope for protection, we hope for good fortune, and most of all, we hope that when you get to the end, you can say that you lived. Congratulations, class of 2023.
Hope when you take that jump, you don't feel the fall. Hope when the water rises, you built a wall. Hope when the crowd screams out, you're screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. Hope that you fall in love and it hurts so bad. Hey, the only way you can know, you give it all you had. And I hope that you don't suffer, but take the pain. Hope when the moment comes, you'll say, I live. Hope that you spend your days, but they all add up.